Greetings once again, my friends, and happy Tuesday. And Tuesday, well, you know what that means. It's time for the road to Ragnarok. And right now I'm running solo because our little ones are giving my wife a run for her money, but she'll be here in a minute. So, welcome to God of War Ascension. This is the last Greek God of War game. And then at that point, we can move on to God of War 2018, God of War 4, whatever you want to call it, and the Norse saga can begin. But hopefully you guys are having an awesome Tuesday. For myself, it's been a touch busy since we're back to the full swinging things, minus root canals and whatnot, so. And she is just not taking no for an answer, is she? No. I've got it up on the options screen so that we don't get kicked out, because if you're inactive for too long, then PlayStation Now will do this. And actually, fun fact, this is the first game that we have done PS Now on PS5. So
it actually works?
Yeah, it works. I'm actually kind of happy about that, because that means, because God of War 2018 is also on PS Now, which means it's 4K eligible, and we can play it on the current console. So. Was I talking over myself? Turn that up again.
What do you mean you were talking over yourself?
Was there an echo?
I don't know. Do you hear?
Okay. I can't hear an echo, but I can barely hear you. That's probably because you're not. Well. Okay, just talk directly into the mic.
I am talking directly.
Okay. Sure you are. So, Andrea, this is the last one. Then you're done with the Grecian saga of Kratos, and then we get to move up to the 4K splendor of God of War 2018. So,
excuse me.
Yep, she's still going. We might have to bring her in here. I don't know, and just let her sit there. I'm not happy about that, but maybe that's what we'll have to do. My daughter is throwing a fit. You guys can't hear it, but my daughter is throwing a fit because she wants to be in here, and we're not letting her because this is the time when she would wind down for bed. Have we calmed her down? Okay. That's good, because I don't know how I feel about like a game like God of War being shown to my toddler. I'm sure she wouldn't care, but I would. Okay, so are we ready to begin technically the first journey of Kratos? Because this is the prequel of all of them. And actually, one thing that I do want to showcase really quick, Andrea, is one of the things that made this an interesting game, an interesting buy at the time, is this game had multiplayer. I don't think it has it anymore, but you actually could have like multiplayer servers to be able to play with people. And this actually had an early access peek into The Last of Us. Way back then. That's when this game came out. So there you go. So let's go ahead and get things started. So create that profile. Kratos, you can move faster than that. I mean, you don't have the legs of Hermes or the boots of Hermes yet, but you can do that. Hey, Kazaibo! This game's a classic. Yes. Is it my favorite? Not really, but it's just because 3's amazing. It's kind of hard to beat 3. At least for me. It's almost 10 years. Yeah, it is. Because it came out in 2011, 2012, something like that.
Let's play New Game Plus.
I was wondering if you were going to notice that. All right, and like with the other ones, we are doing this strictly for story. So if you have a problem with that, I suggest you get over it.
Is that Melody or Arya?
Yeah, she's probably freaking out because Melody's freaking out.
I can't pick her up because my arm is killed.
So no multiplayer? No.
The great Spartan general.
I don't think the
was
PS Now
finally
actually
defeated.
allows for the multiplayer anymore.
Driven mad, tortured and uncertain of his surroundings, the warrior found himself.
Tell you what,
captured
you guys
like a fly
watch this. I've seen it.
in the web
You've
of the
seen it?
flames.
Well, I played this game.
Oh yeah.
What's going on with them?
Never again.
What?
Actually, no. We put this on. We're playing it on the PS5, but it's on PlayStation Now. That's how we're doing it this time. Come on, Kratos! You can get out of this!
Hello, Kratos.
Okay.
What's wrong? You seem confused, Kratos. Having trouble remembering our special time together?
Ow.
But then again, we were rudely interrupted by my sister. Alecto was never one for manners.
Ow!
Not to worry. I am quite skilled at teaching respect.
Are we having fun here? Oh, we're supposed to be dodging right now. Oh, noes. Oh, crap! And we just lost it on our TV. Okay, give me a second. Oh, can you still do the multiplayer on the PS3? Oh, that's cool. Oh! Oh, no! Oh!
Hello, RPX.
Hello!
Ow!
And at some point we will... There we go.
For what you've taken, I owe you that.
Ow. Hi.
Is that the best you can offer? Your rage means nothing!
Well, obviously that's not true. Besides, I think the multiplayer was also... Yeah, it's Deborah. I think the multiplayer was just its, like, own versus mode. I don't think you could do it in single player, could you?
I will not be ruined by a mortal!
So you got a grasp of what's going on in this game and who we will be facing. Well, because you know who that woman is, right?
No.
So she is one of the Furies.
Oh.
The Furies are basically the Oathkeeper gods. If you don't keep your oaths, then they come and bring you to torture you. No multiplayer and single player. Yeah, that's what I thought. Kratos in his normal S&M shenanigans. Well, yes. And no. And yes. And no. There we go.
Lord Ares is a fool to want you back.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. With this game, I actually get kind of a Diablo vibe. I don't know why. It doesn't happen with any other God of War games. Just this one.
Try as you might.
It just feels like Diablo. I don't know why. Maybe it's the color scheme or the people we're facing off against, but the Furies were female chthonic deities of vengeance, yes. And in this particular case, they are utilized as the Oathbreaker gods. So they are not subservient to Ares, they are just subservient to the gods. But when oaths are broken, they step in and they bring you to where we actually are right now, which is the prison of the Hecatoncheires.
And how did he end up here?
They brought him here
Yeah, well,
after he broke his oath.
and what oath was that?
What else do you think? Like Shasha. Yes, yes. And that still didn't stop Kratos from giving them the D! Damn right. So, remember what I said. This is a prequel game. So, at that point, what's one oath he could have broken in this time?
I forgot.
Sometimes people. He broke his oath to Ares.
Uh,
Remember, he said, Hades, destroy my enemies, and my life is yours. So at that point, this is the oath he broke. So this is just after he murdered his wife and daughter. And he swears off Ares, and so at that point, then the Furies come in and capture him.
You fight like an Athenian.
That is an insult to Kratos. Now come here so I can give you the D!
Right?
They do kind of look like fish people, don't they? But I did like the comparison to Devora. I'm actually kind of surprised, since they already had friends over in Santa Monica, that they didn't do that for when did MKX come out? It wasn't too long after this. Kratos kept his part of the deal for the most part. Yes, he did. But Ares did. Ares was iffy on the deal, but most Greek gods are. Oh, I'm sorry. We're supposed to be tethering them. We're in tutorial hell, so... Ah! Oh! Ha-ha!
Yeah, I was wondering why we weren't going anywhere.
You are a mere
Yeah.
mortal. Nothing more, nothing less.
But this is also kind of where they, if you haven't noticed by now, they actually are trying to experiment a little bit with the God of War system. And I wonder if that's because they did have something in the pipeline for God of War 4. They just didn't go that direction. Oh, and actually, somebody brought this up to me. I forgot to bring this up, and I promised it in earlier, I think it was God of War 2, is the original plan for God of War 3. So you remember how so in God of War 3, he wrecks the Greek pantheon, right? He wasn't supposed to stop there originally. And I think the reason that we got things the way that we did in God of War 2018 is that they're going with that. So he was, like, the Greek pantheon was supposed to be a very small part of God of War 3, and then he was going to unleash his vengeance on the other pantheons. So basically, all god pantheons are legit in the God of War universe, and he was going to go lay siege to all of them because of his hatred of the gods, which I think is basically what happened that spurred on God of War 4 or 2018.
What did Arya want?
Oh, she wanted to change. I figure
that.
So I put her into a little pull-up. So.
The gods forsake me.
We're all innocent. Shut your hole.
He is infected.
Let's see. A record from the scribe of Hecatoncheires. An oath to the gods is too easily sworn and not too so easily broken. The Furies see only their version of right and wrong.
We're all infected.
So they're game developers. Oh, snap. I like smashing things. So one discussion that I want to have tonight, just because we have a few people here, I want to get your opinion. Have you guys seen that, so if people remember on, I think it was Friday, Sony, oh wow, I've actually had the wrong screen here. So, Sony, thankfully there has been no boss fights. Sony actually put out a statement basically saying that in regards to the impending Roe v. Wade decision, that they needed to respect that their employees needed to respect the opinions of other employees if they disagreed. And today, we just barely found out that Insomniac put out a 30-page document about why overturning Roe v. Wade is wrong, and immediately Sony caves and basically says, "Oh yeah, well we totally see it. We see it your way." But all that happened during that time was everybody disobeying Sony's orders, including companies like Naughty Dog, who are basically employees of Sony. In his first draft of 3, Zeus dies at the beginning, and Norse and Egyptian gods come in to take over Greece. Yeah, that's right. They come in, and that's how we get the other pantheons. I'm so glad that we didn't get that now, because now we can get different God of War trilogies or pantheon slayings, and that'll work just fine for me, as long as, you know, Cory Barlog can shut up about his political beliefs for more than 5 seconds. Everyone saw it coming. But the real question is, how many people saw that statement and immediately, if they had it pre-ordered or whatnot, canceled their pre-order for Spider-Man 2, Wolverine,
We will see how you
any
fare
future
against the
Insomniac
Hecatoncheires.
games? Cute. Because that's what's in boobs, right? Bees. Lots of them. This Fury's kind of disgusting, in my opinion. Yeah, by the way, the prison of the Hecatoncheires, it's alive!
And Kratos meets his...
Norse and Egyptian counterparts, and they become the 3 wise men that meet. Was that really in there? Oh my gosh, that's kind of dumb. I'll admit, I do not like that. Holy shit! Moving backgrounds, Andrea! I'll be honest, I have considered this, and some people might be mad about this with the Road to Ragnarok, if this is how Sony appreciates the fan base that has supported them, Ragnarok itself might actually be delayed on this channel. Because I'm just going to go ahead and say this. I'm not really feeling all that motivated to dole out $70 to Sony for disrespecting me as a paying customer. Just saying. I don't care where you fall on Roe v. Wade. I really don't in this particular case. But you don't disrespect those who have bought your games, regardless of political beliefs. I got a better idea. Let's get political beliefs and all that bullshit out of games. It's not about support, it's about consequences. Well, that's why I'm saying, here's the consequence. And it is kind of about support, a little bit. I disagree with you there. Because they rely on my support to pay their employees. They rely on my support, on your support, to pay their salaries. So at that point, I've got a great idea. How about I not give that support? The right literally does nothing. I agree with you. They are the enabler in this conversation. They really are. Literally the left, like if everybody knows that one episode in Cops, it's literally any of them. The left is basically that one abusive drunk boyfriend, and then the right is the enabling ex-girlfriend who's like, don't take him away, I love him. Because the right isn't doing anything about it. And RPX already YouTube hates you. So we'll fix this in a minute. And the left is nonstop throwing a bitch fit whenever they don't get their way. Exactly. And that's why I'm done with supporting that crap. And I'm sure some people will be like, but we only came here because of God of War Ragnarok. And I get that. But you know what? I can showcase a dozen other games from developers that actually give a crap about us as gamers and understand how things go. And we can just wait a little bit until either I get an Amazon gift card or something to get Ragnarok.
Otherwise, unless somebody's willing to send us a copy of it.
I don't even want to ask people to do that.
I know.
A record from the scribe of Hecatoncheires. The Fury Queen's son entered the world this night. Is he the prophecies marked one? How can one so newly made be seen as such a failure by his father? Yeah, the Furies are going to be a lot of what we follow in this game. I can live without AAA games. Exactly.
Can you break the gates?
I probably can. Oh, I can climb the wall. I just have to find the wall. Oh, never mind. There it is. Hey, look. God of War learned something from Castlevania Lords of Shadow. And I thought that was the God of War ripoff. Yeah, it's gotten to a point where I'm just about ready to say...
Go down a bit?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's gotten to a point where we don't have to give them the support that they feel they're entitled to from us. And I'll probably be talking about this on podcast night, assuming, you know, the meteor doesn't fall. Knowing my luck, that's entirely possible. There are plenty of indie and other creators that are not dicks to their customers. Absolutely. In fact, speaking of indie creators, there is a game on my radar called Ayuden Chronicle Rising that I am actually wanting very much to check out. So maybe I'll do that instead.
Hello, mortal weirdo.
Welcome! Hello! Welcome to the political side of this discussion. Hey, mortal weirdo, are you going to give money to Insomniac after they basically told you they don't appreciate you as a customer if you have different political beliefs than them?
Bye-bye, and Kate.
Guy, oh, can I actually do this? I don't think I can. I don't think I can yet.
Oh, you gonna make the...
Nope.
Look at Nintendo.
See. Are you saying that they have been dicks? They have been dicks to their customers in the past. Are you saying they're not doing that now? Because I'd say they are a little bit. They've always had that tyrannical side to them, despite whether or not we appreciate them or not. But Nintendo's in for a little bit of a rude awakening in the next year or two as well. And at one point I'll get to explaining it. All I'm going to say is that Nintendo needs to pay the fuck attention to the Steam Deck. Because the Steam Deck, while it does have issues, is technically able to do more than the Switch can, which doesn't speak well for the Switch. Nintendo are dicks, but not for political reasons. No, they absolutely aren't. But their politics are local to them, and the Japanese government, at least for right now, is a conservative government. Nintendo needs better game preservation. Yeah, a little bit. Right now, Microsoft is the one that's rocking the what's the word I'm looking for? Crap.
Rocking the boat?
Backwards compatibility.
Oh.
They're the ones doing it right. Like I said, this is going to be addressed in the podcast, but I am getting sick and tired of seeing game developers that I show nothing but respect for, then turn around and call me bigoted, racist, whatever they're calling me, and I know I'm not. And I don't have to give them my money, and I don't have to give them my support.
Nintendo needs better preservation.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about, backwards compatibility. There's an artifact where those guys came from. Oh, is there? And more huge anime titties. Well, I don't need huge anime titties. I follow a simple philosophy. Anything bigger than a handful is a waste. That's just me, though. What guys? You mean the guys in the cages? I don't think I can knock them down. Oh, well. We'll keep this going. Ooh.
I will not indulge you as my sisters.
Yeah, if anybody wants to have an argument with me that God of War didn't learn anything from Lords of Shadow, you can kiss my ass. Because this is exactly what Lords of Shadow would be doing.
He will free us from the Fury's grasp. He is cursed. Stay away.
Sometimes they're not clones. Sometimes we just learn from each other. Oh, ow. Well, that looked like it hurt. Ow! Fresh fish! Yeah, we are in a giant prison that's built... Kind of like how Kronos had the Temple of Pandora on him.
Yeah.
This prison was built on this creature. What in the cripes is his happy horse? Is this happy horse? Maybe? Boing!
What are you attacking?
Well, there was enemies here. Is this a place that you would want to spend your day?
He took the Lord's name in vain. I'm telling the Warden.
Eh. I'm not for it, but sometimes that just happens. Or shall I show you the ending of The Last of Us Part 2 on this stream?
You'll be telling with my... I can't read the rest of the time. That's your...
You'll be telling that with my baton up your ass? Is that what you're saying? I think something got misspelled, Mortal Weirdo. I think you got Siri'd. I'm just saying.
No, thank you.
One time was bad enough. Oh, yeah, my bad. Ha-ha! Hey, look! He has underwear on! If for anybody who's wanted to know. I have actually seen people have conversations, mostly women, who are like, "Do you think Kratos goes commando under that?" Like, no, he has really ruddy underwear. There we go. See, this was a cool new mechanic that they added. Again from Lords of Shadow! Are you guys starting to notice a pattern here? Oh, you know what? I think I need to look around before I can do this again. Uh-huh. Those are the only people who would want to know. Who are the only people that would want to know?
Climb up the ladder?
Oh, I thought you had an answer to RPX.
No. I think the people who care about the underwear, probably.
Well, yes. Hey, I still have WoW guildies that will do that. Like, do you think this video game character goes commando? What do you think, boxers or briefs? And then immediately they're giggling when the guys do basically the opposite. Andrea can actually attest to that. Like some of the women in our WoW guild are probably a little bit more saucy than you. Whee! Oh! Oh! I love that this got added in God of War 3. And specifically with the Cyclopses, because I think the Cerberuses were in God of War 2, and that's fun, but this is way more satisfying. Just because the Cyclops has that look of like, stop. All right, cool.
Wow, you saw the innards of that thing come out before he vanished.
Yup. There we go. Alright, so we've upgraded this. Now what exactly are we doing here? There we go. Maybe something was in the way. I don't know.
Oh, you're gonna jump from hook to hook.
Well, yeah. Because that's fun.
Might as well get the health.
Oh, is my health that low? No, it's not.
It was low before.
We're in story mode. We don't have to worry about health until later. There we go. Yeah, there will be a few things that I bring up on the podcast, assuming, of course, nothing bad happens. Because a lot of crap has been happening.
I am free.
The multiplayer dude. Yes, what about the multiplayer?
Is he the character that is the multiplayer?
No. Oh, is this the multiplayer dude? Oh, okay. I didn't know. I just thought it was variants of Kratos. Isn't he just so cute, Andrea? I mean, I'm assuming he was born minutes ago. Ow! And I think the one thing that's discerning and different about this is I don't believe there's a rage mode in this game. I might be wrong about that, but instead they adopted a mechanic, I believe, similar to Lords of Shadow. Screw you! Ow! You hurt my head! I guess my big question with that whole situation is, how would you guys feel if we, like, let's just say God of War was coming out next month, and I decided to delay it because of all the Sony bullshit? Would you guys actually be upset about that? I'm not saying that I wouldn't play it, I just wouldn't play it right when it comes out. Kratos is always in rage mode, yes. Unlike the Hulk, he is always hulking out. There we go. Similar to Guts and Berserk. Yeah, I would almost make the argument that Guts is a little bit more subdued than Kratos. But it's one of those things where I need to go watch Berserk again, because there's so much about it I don't remember. Hell, I don't even think I've ever finished it. There we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Here comes the fatality. Whee! Whee! Oh! Oh! Well, that hurts.
That's because Guts has
For
more.
downtime. That's actually true. He does. You killed my middle finger! Now I can't flip anybody off! That's what I wish my middle finger would become. A flippin' demon. Except then I'd always have a problem. Because that thing would be coming out way too much. What's this? There we go. Aegeon the Hecatoncheires, the first to break a blood oath. The Furies tortured him, twisting his flesh and bones into the dark walls of this prison. So there you go. The Aegeon the Hecatoncheires. Okay. Well, that was a thing.
Meet your end.
Oh, hi. Well, that's a cute dog. I'm murdering the doggos. I think it's your turn this time. It's probably the tablet. She's had that tablet for a while. Our oldest is screaming at us. Okay. This is a placement thing. Or maybe it isn't? Oh, wait, hold on. Yes, I did. There we go. Whee! Elevator go up. Elevator stop. And more doggies! Welcome, Llewellyn Sawyer? Yes. If I said your name wrong, I apologize. Llewellyn Sawyer, yeah. Ow!
You're killing all the doggos.
I am. And Marta can't do anything about it. Because I heard what she did in The Last of Us Part 2. There we go. You actually called it correct. Oh, cool. I feel better about myself. Alright, go here. Ah! Shit. There we go. That ungodly strength. It's back. Okay. And upwards we go.
Oops, you fall down.
You'd be so pissed if that happened, wouldn't you?
Oh, yeah.
I have little patience left.
You had patience to begin with? Ah, shut up, bug boobs. We all know that those aren't actual boobs. They're just beehives in boob form.
You kicked through the dog out of the screen.
I did. There we go.
Oh no.
Yeah, yeah. You might have to read that, Andrea, because I can't.
Oh man, you're ruining my favorite game, Ascension.
I'm ruining it.
Is best. The combination sick. The combination sick.
Oh my god. Okay, there we go. Ascension is the best in the best combination sick. Well, I'm glad that you like it. And this is technically Andrea's first time seeing Ascension, so that's why we're doing the Road to Ragnarok primarily, is that Andrea is not familiar with the God of War series, and we are getting her familiar with it. I still think this has a Diablo feel. Oh, look at that. Well, that's disturbing a little bit. That feels Diablo, guys. You can't tell me otherwise. Not ruined, it's running. Yeah, I know. Andrea was reading it wrong. And so I was teasing her. Let's see. The Fury Megara seeks only punishment of the flesh, but it is the Fury Tisiphone whose tricks are more cruel.
Well, if you can make the chat bigger, I can't read the small writing.
That's as big as I can get it.
I know. Like I said, I can't read it.
Oh, hey, look, it's our favorite scene in the God of War series. Pretty girls.
Oh, the gods have rewarded us. Glory to Eros. He has given us a champion. Come, champion. Show me your strength. No, me.
What would you do if you were born in this era in Greece? Did that one just scratch him? Gotcha.
They are nothing. Come with me and experience the greatest of pleasures.
And the greatest of pleasures is, even though you abuse the hell out of me, I will buy you a knife on your birthday. Oh!
He is mine! I will take care of this!
It's been years and never played this game. Is this PS now?
It's your favorite game, but you haven't played it. Yes, this is PS Now on PS5. And you'll notice Andrea did not answer my question.
Why would I want to answer that question?
Guys, why not?
Why would I?
You'll answer me. Ah, screw you. Get over here. There we go.
You have caused me pain for the last time, Spartan.
I do not need to see the bugs coming out of your boobs. Ugh. Uh-oh, I think she woke up the Hecatonkeries. And also gave it dental surgery. That looks like it would be painful.
Holy cow, that hurts.
Uh-huh. Again, it feels like a Diablo boss. Oh, okay, we need to attack those ones because they have unguarded carapace. Oh no! Oh, this is not good. Okay.
We'll start attacking it.
I can't yet.
Oh.
I gotta take care of some of these guys first.
Unless they keep on spawning.
Okay, so now, there we go. Yep. The ones with the unguarded carapace are the ones that we take care of. I threw the guard at the leg. That was great. Ah! Knock that one out. Oh man, the dental work on that guy. I do not want to pay his bills.
Ow.
That's a lot of teeth. Ow. Yes, well, my PS3 Pro died, and that clock, the systems were no longer available. So push me forward to get the PS4. When you say PS3 Pro, are you talking to like the... Because I don't think there was a Pro model. Aside, are you talking about the early pre-order one, the $600 one? Hi. Ow, right in the eye.
Push me forward to get the PS4. Man, I was so hurt.
Shop's still got PS3 system to find all too forward to it. I'm all to it forward looking back. Oh, sorry, man. I get it. I've paid a lot of money to keep my PS2 still up and running, but it's gotten to a point where, oh yeah, the big one. Yeah, I still have paid out. I paid out a lot of money to keep my PS2 up and running for sentimentality. It sucks, but like, I just wanted to keep it going. It's gotten to a point where I literally can't do much. Like the next time my PS2 breaks down, that's it. That's.
I know, you just...
Yes. Eat your own hand. That works.
It's just you wish a lot of the stuff from the old generations can make it onto...
Well, I just wish you could make parts for it. That's the problem. They're not making parts. And there are only so many substitutions that you can make. It's kind of like with old cars. Ooh. Right in the beehive. I mean, the boob hive. I mean, something like that. Finish her! Kratos wins.
Why have parts when if they can just make more of those consoles?
They can't.
Yeah, so why would you want them to make parts?
Focusing only on the task ahead.
No, I'm saying that's the problem.
Kratos struggled
You
to
can't repair
remember
them
the
because there's no
weeks prior to
parts
his
I know.
imprisonment.
out there.
To the time when he set out to break his bond with Ares, the god of war.
What really needs to happen is, and some people are going to hate that I say this, but F for Aegeon. Yes, F's in the chat. F's in the chat. Wow. That's a graphical error.
Your mind is troubled,
Oh, never mind.
but your skills are still without equal.
Do you have business with me?
I do. But this is not the manner to discuss it.
I see no other way.
You have no reason to trust me, Spartan. I only ask that you try.
Kratos' wife. It's like,
Your
yes, ma'am.
thoughts are not your own, but I can help you. I believe these belong to you.
Weird.
Use these items to still your mind, Kratos. Do not let illusion deceive you. Have the visions
Wow.
ceased?
I see only you.
Good. You will need this skill for the path ahead.
Will you?
And what path is that?
The path of freedom, Kratos.
Freedom.
Yes, freedom. Freedom from the Furies who relentlessly hunt you in the name of Ares, and ultimately, freedom from your bond to the god of war himself.
Break an oath with a god. Of all the minds in question, mine is not the one to worry about.
Oh, that's cute. He hasn't come to that conclusion yet.
You waver from sound mind to illusion in the beat of a heart. Is that any life for a great warrior? The Furies are near. They cannot know I speak with you. I will draw them away. The truth waits for you in Delphi, Kratos. Seek the Oracle.
Okay, so we have lost treasures. Spoils of war. These small tokens from the past keep you from slipping deeper into the insanity of the Furies. Okay, and really quick, I wouldn't mind at all just to play this game again. Well, I'll keep looking. Friends be like, dude, why backing up? Now there's PS5. Duh. PS5 is so expensive this clock around still, so I can't afford it. No, dude, we totally get it. We totally get it. That's why in a lot of cases I do like the concept of PS Now, where you have a PC app that you can, like I have PS Now on PC as well. So because I'm doing that for like Geek News game nights and stuff like that. So I get it. I really wish like a ton of games would be up. And what I was actually going to get to is that, and some people are going to get pissed at me for saying this, but I kind of wish that game companies and console makers would just embrace emulation, because in a lot of cases, it's not like the fans are trying to screw them out of the money that they think that they're entitled to. And I'm not saying that they're not entitled to it, but it's more of a fan effort in a lot of the cases to bring these emulators to bear and be able to have these games to be able to play whenever. So at that point, I kind of wish that the companies would just embrace emulation. I don't like when emulation happens with current consoles, but when we're talking about, say, the PS3 era, there's a lot of PS3 games that are probably not going to make it to PlayStation Plus. And that's sad. And that's where, like, if you had proper emulation or something like that, then maybe you wouldn't have to worry about it. But unfortunately, they're not willing to consider it, because, they feel like they're still going to earn money from that. They're not. Like, brands making new gamers are not looking backwards. They're looking forwards. And so at that point, they need to realize that. Because occasionally, some of those people might look back, and if they just embrace the emulation, then they don't have to worry too much, and people will still have their games and still be able to love them. Hell, maybe AAA gaming would actually learn a lesson or two if they notice that we're playing stuff in the past and not their current iterations that are shit. Just saying. Back in action, yes. Okay, so we have Gorgon's Eyes, we have Phoenix Feathers. I do not think we have a third item in this game. Because we don't have the item gauge anymore, I don't think. I mean, for crying out loud, like, granted, you probably wouldn't be able to get multiplayer unless you worked out some server storage and things like that, but what does it hurt to be able to allow somebody to play games like God of War Ascension? Ascension's not going to get remade or remastered. If anything, you know, the direction that God of War is headed, they're not embracing the past. They're saying, you know, at the very most, we're embracing the recent past, not the old past. Welcome, Rados, God of War. And why do some of these Greek words sound like most lyrics to a hunk a burn of love? Yep, I get it. There's a digital graphic novel about what happened in this village called Rise of the Warrior. Oh, really? Okay. It's got giant elephant things. I will have to look that up. Do you want to translate that? Well, I hate to sound it like this, but is that Spanish or Portuguese? It's a giant elephant person. That's a race in WoW that's never happened. Agree with you. Problem is that since they're seeing PS5 is all over, and now they're shutting down PS4 as well. Yeah, they are shutting it down. Forcing every player supposed to be having PS5 now. Well, here's the thing. Yes, they are not making any current PS4s, and this is a natural thing that happens in any console lifespan or development. But there's already a lot of PS4s out on the market, so at that point they know that it'll still have life for at least a few more years, where they're hoping, and granted, they are hoping that they are going to be able to fill that gap with more PS5s. And right now, they're sucking at that.
Well, if it's Portuguese, it says, hi, good night.
Oh, well, good evening to you as well. I remember fans calling the elephant juggernauts Genosha? Genosha?
Well, if I put it as Spanish, it says, hey, boa night. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Portuguese. If it's having trouble translating some things, then...
Where is Elvis Presley?
Well, I mean, that could have been Kratos a little bit ago. Yeah, believe it or not, actually, Andrea, that was the most that you will get of a sex scene in this game. Mm-hmm. There actually isn't one in this one. This is where the kind of PC God of War started. Because I know that some people have actually been irritated that God of War 4 didn't have one. Sorry, spoiler. It doesn't. And it's primarily because, you know, Kratos is a widower.
Hey, J-Rock.
Hey, man! You were worried you weren't gonna make it. Although I have a feeling you're watching from work. What's up, buddy?
He just wanted to say hi.
Yes, he did. And that's great. Because we're happy to see you. By the way, we are having a couple of new people here, so this is going to sound cliche, but to all the people who are brand spanking new here, welcome. We're happy to have you guys, but if you're liking what you're seeing, please consider giving a like, comment, subscribe to either Twitch or to YouTube. We really do appreciate it. It helps the channel out a lot, especially when people like Mama Susan don't like me so much. As I say on Twitter, I am a professional boat rocker. So at that point, if you guys give that support to me, I really do appreciate it. And also, I appreciate that you are willing to give a middle finger to Mama Susan. So thank you. Because anybody who's willing to give a middle finger to Mama Susan is worth it in my book. Getting ready for work. Hope it goes by fast. Got a nerve bundle in my foot. It's killing me. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Actually, I might just have to do this. Oh, there's a door. Can I go in here? Is there anything worth it in here? Yes. I remember fans. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I read that one. Yeah, you know, it would be very great with all games if they can push, like, fine PS5, PS4, you know, like PS4 and upgrade to PS5 version. Then we won't miss much games, but now all the way to PS5. Yeah, well, that's the problem, is that they do have to advertise their current console, and I don't like it that much. But here's the thing, is, you know, I see a worthwhile light at the end of the tunnel for this, because if you are subscribed to PlayStation Plus and you get the tiered system, then you do get some of that. Because PlayStation Now is basically going to get folded into that, and you would get God of War Ascension here, but you would also get a good portion of the PS3 library, and if you have the highest tier, a good portion of the PS2 and PS1 library available to you as well. So, I mean, that's one way to be able to do it, and maybe that's Sony's answer to embracing emulation. I don't know. I hope so. But it's just, this is one of those things where the game companies, because of everything that's involved, they just feel like, oh yeah, we have to still embrace that which hasn't worked for a good decade or so now. It's kind of like how TV still embraces rating systems as like the norm of being able to check out like how they're doing, when in reality, when you consider new ways to be able to watch live TV and being able to do like streaming service and stuff like that, it's an outdated way of doing things. But apparently the thing to do is to stick with what's worked in the past, because it will always work, right? It'll never be flawed, or it will always be flawless. And no, it's not how that works. Plus, the other thing to consider is there are some games, even in the PS3 library, that will probably never see the light of day because the companies that made them went defunct either a little while after the game came out or a little while later when they got absorbed into other companies. So at that point, wouldn't it be nice to be able to have those games? Because, like, I grew up in the NES era, and there are a bunch of games that just, they won't have that support. And Nintendo throws a fucking tantrum that those games are on emulation, along with theirs.
Well, you hate it when there are just some...
But you don't provide a way for people to be able to play the older stuff unless it's through your broken-ass system. Like, I will definitely say that Nintendo Switch Online's NES system is. Because, in reality, it's great and all to be able to add competitive modes to an NES library. That's fun. But why isn't the entire library there? I mean, Nintendo, you've made it clear for so many years, we own everything on it. You don't, but we own everything on there. Okay, then why isn't the entire NES library available on Nintendo Switch Online? One Google search, and I have all of it. Every single ROM in existence for the NES, including new shit that has been made. Sorry, you don't have an excuse at that point. So Sony can fuck off. Well, I mean, pretty much all the console makers and AAA can fuck off to an extent. I don't know. I'm not as mad at And part of that is because I've become so jaded with apathy that I just don't care what they decide to do, because I'm off busy showing support for things that I think are more deserving. Okay, I have got to use this to get somewhere. Yeah, I hear you. SA sucks at these, but I'm managing all of I think is possible to receive. I'm a persevere for that because I love gaming. So yeah, thanks, mate. No, dude, it's a good conversation to have.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good conversation to have, and frankly, the console makers aren't having it. They're too busy. They're too busy being on their high horse to have it, which is not a good excuse. At least not to me.
I know how many times you wish you could get something available, but they never do.
Well, here's a good example. It's kind of not a good one, but I'm going to bring it to you. Okay, so last year, or in 2020, you saw the revival of Alex Kidd.
Yeah.
Before that point, did you have any hope for a revival of Alex Kidd?
Probably never.
No. Yeah, it was dead as far as any Sega fan was concerned. Like, it was more likely to reboot, like, do a Sonic collection for the umpteenth time than to do an Alex Kidd collection. Oh, but wait, then indie creators came in and said, we would love to be able to redo this game. Why not just go with that? The only console makers not having that conversation are in Cali. Yeah, no, it's true. Because even Sony's having that conversation. And trying to figure that out because, well, they've noticed that Microsoft fans love Game Pass. So at that point, they're trying to compete with that. Because they know that it's a viable threat to them because it shows actual loyalty to the Xbox fan base. And they want to be able to say that they provide that too so that their fans don't become Xbox fans. Still waiting on my new Jet Set radio. Did they do one a while back? No, they just remade it. They just, or they re-released it. Hey, dude, I'll join you with that. I'm not a Jet Set radio guy, but if anybody wants to reboot Crazy Taxi, that would be amazing. Move the block up to the left. Oh, okay. Is that what I'm doing wrong, Kasaibo? I think Kasaibo gets pissed at me sometimes. It's like,
because you're not thinking.
Well, I'm having the conversation, so at that point, yeah, I'm not thinking. Thank you for putting that so well, Andrea.
Don't think you can reach that.
No.
Unless you're climbing on the wrong edge.
I could be. Lucky never. It's like they don't order here in South Africa. Okay. So exhausting is so you're from the same place as Elon Musk? Our Lord and Savior Elon Musk. I'm only saying that to piss off Twitter. Okay. Well, I mean, I did that one for the chest. Oh my gosh. Okay, shut up, Kasaibo. I knew that.
What?
So you're in South Africa, right? So you're from the same place as Elon Musk? Our Lord and Savior of Twitter, Elon Musk? No, I don't literally mean that. I'm making fun of Twitter that they're having such a cow over it. Over Elon Musk buying Twitter. Which, by the way, that sale's on hold. Methinks Twitter was fudging some numbers.
Really?
Methinks Twitter was pulling a Netflix. Well, that's why the sale's on hold. Or, you're on Twitter right now? Well, good for you. Elon is here to... put that in show. Jeez, YouTube hates RPX. Elon is here to smoke weed, get money, and have sex with bitches in outer space. Buying Twitter was just a flex. I swear, to the Almighty, Elon Musk is going to have like Chuck Norris level jokes for like the next 3 years. The debate will actually happen as to whether or not Elon Musk is better than Chuck Norris, and it will be a strong internet debate to be had. Some of your tweets, Gochi. Well, the real question, Goji, is, are you supposed to be on Twitter?
The heat of Ares' fire has no
Or are you
burn.
only there because Elon Musk is there, and he owns it now?
Yeah, but is he still not considered?
So the sale's on hold, because it's official. He has called in the SEC, Securities and Exchange Council. So he's called them in because of potential SEC violations.
Oh.
AKA, they might have been fudging some numbers.
Okay.
Indeed. Whoa! Oh. Fire of Ares. Unleash your fury and stun enemies around with Ares fire. Incinerating enemies yields gold orbs. Oh, so the Rage of Ares is what we get in this one. Okay. It's been a while since I played this game, so Elon is slowly becoming the most interesting man in the world, if he wasn't already. I mean, he already had memes before this. I especially love the meme template where they grabbed an image from him on the Joe Rogan Experience, and he just kind of had. I wish I could do this like right off the bat. He has this look of like. It's just like a hold my beer face. But he doesn't drink Dos Equis. Doesn't he? I mean, he has probably enough money to drink the super good stuff. Why waste it, Kasaibo? Okay, fine. There we go! Oh, man, okay. I'll be quiet and just watch it. Yeah. No, you're good, man. We're just having some fun. Llewellyn, look at it this way. This is literally my philosophy when it comes to streams. We're all on a big couch, and we're all just bullshitting at the end of the day. That's literally what this is. This is what I did, like, before we did it as streams. This is what I would do with Andrea when we would be playing, like, Kingdom Hearts 3 or stuff like that. This is what I do, and that's why I enjoy it, because there's really not a whole lot of people on Twitch or any other place that do that. Kratos, use Blast Burn! Was it super effective? Watch for Kasaibo. I want to know if it was super effective. Oh! Oh, I'm sorry. I've been... Destruction of Ares! Oh!
It's super effective.
It's super effective, yes. Wow, we are living in a time, or at least in this game, where Steve Bloom as Ares is still alive. Which means I can get away with a "Hi, Steve Bloom" joke. Message from Village in Kira. Even the gods of Olympus cannot save us from ourselves. The fate of our village lies with one warrior. I'm okay, Drak.
Toasty!
Indeed. Toasty! Alright. I keep on doing the Wings of Icarus press, and it never happens. It's like, I never learn.
You forget that...
I've been doing that that combination of buttons since Soul Reaver, man. There we go. Ah! Vicious! And I signed up on Twitter because people were celebrating El Cazador de la Bruja's 15th anniversary. Well, congratulations, man. I know that Alex's gang really loves El Cazador. I keep promising that I'm going to watch it, and then it doesn't happen. Can I actually, like, target them? Yes, I can, because I'm a dingus. Welcome, Riker!
Welcome.
That might be Portuguese as well. I'm not 100% on that, but it might be. We're going to pretend like I know languages for a minute that aren't fictional. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Riker, but if you spoke Elvish, maybe I would know what's going on. I think Alex said it was average in one of his reviews. Did he really? But he brings it up to me like all the freaking time. That and Madlax. Is he too snobbish for you guys? He is the hipster of the podcast.
It's translated. I love this game.
Oh, good. We're coming across a lot of people that like Ascension. I don't know why Ascension is not liked amongst the gaming oh wait, never mind, gaming journalism.
But I do know.
His Kanan review was awful. Oh, so you're telling me I should watch it then? I haven't seen Kanan either, but I'll tell you what, I'll just agree with you for the laughs.
It's faulty, but it's beloved. I'm from Brazil.
Ah, well, there you go. They speak the Portuguese in Brazil. Well, they speak Spanish there too, I think, but I can't remember. The one I know for certain is Uruguay, and that's just because my dad spent time there. We're going to Uruguay. Uruguay, Dad. Yeah, Ascension was worth the multiplayer. I will take you guys' word for it. I actually, like, by the time I got around to playing Ascension, there was nobody there.
An honor is watching your live.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate that. Do I have to do it? Like, comment, subscribe, pal. I actually don't like doing that. I like using this wonderful thing called free will. And let you guys make the decision for yourself. But we've got to keep growing. Because I want to continue to throw middle fingers to Mama Susan.
Full moon.
Indeed. Again, I get such Diablo vibes from this game, and also now I'm getting Lords of Shadow vibes. Which makes me laugh, because all the game journalists are like, this is just ripping off God of War! Oh, hey, look. Ascension ripped off Lords of Shadow. It's almost like they learned from each other or something. Oh, I don't think I can... I'm missing a part in this. I'm pretty convinced I am. Jiminy Christmas! YouTube, get over it! People have opinions! If I knew how to convert a game from its original system version to another, I would have done it long ago. This game to PS4, man. Dude, if you could do it, that'd be amazing. That'd be a talent I don't have. I would praise your talent in that case. I actually like the fact that there are game studios that are... they're mostly indie right now, but I have a feeling that that some of them will start becoming AAA. Where now we have like professional remasterers, if that makes sense. I mean, for crying out loud, that's pretty much what Bluepoint was before Sony acquired them. So, like Bluepoint or not, that's what they do. GameSpot gave Ascension a 7 out of 10, which is good. Yeah, it's about a C. Just not as great or superb as usual. I just remember seeing reviews back then where it was like 6. Like, we're not talking a 5 out of 10. It's rare to see that unless, you know, the game actually deserves that rating. I will argue this to my dying day. I don't think Grand Theft Auto 4 or 5 deserve as high scores as they got. There we go. The one released, Demon Souls, Bluepoint. Yeah, they did the reboot for Bluepoint did the reboot of Demon Souls, the reboot of Shadow of the Colossus, the Metal Gear Solid collection. I think they also helped with The Last Guardian. But yeah, they're primarily like the remasterers of Sony right now. And Sony just acquired them. They're officially a Sony studio now. Delphi's Castellan Spring no longer reaches the town. This woman and her child have died of thirst. No! The door is blocked by a cave-in. The aqueduct's destruction has cut off safe passage to the harbor. No, what I'm more talking about, Kasaiba, is like, I think IGN's rating was pretty low of Ascension. And I want to say Kotaku's was pretty low too back then. F for death by D. Yep, F's in the chat. F's in the chat for the woman who died of thirst. And the baby. Oh, but then the Roe v. Wade people will come out. Never mind. Bring him on! I got middle fingers to spare. Not everybody has to agree with everybody. Unlike Sony, I actually stick to my guns. 7.8? Okay. Well, maybe I'm not remembering it right. Sadistic! Oh, you suck. There we go. Okay. You have to go to sleep, Riker. No! It's alright. The stream will be up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, people think I get mad when you have to leave the stream.
Have
no.
a good night, though.
Good night.
Thanks for joining.
Great game, seemingly, but the one I wish so far to come out, Black Myth Wukong. You know what? I'm right there with you, Llewellyn. That looks pretty freaking awesome. Oh, the PS5 reboot of Bloodborne was done by Bluepoint as well, where they essentially moved it up to. They essentially moved it up to PS5. I don't think they did the Spider-Man one. I think that was in-house from Insomniac, but yeah, Black Myth Wukong. When that comes out, I think there's a demo of it that I haven't played yet. But when that comes out, I'll probably be playing it. Another game I'm tempted to try out in that vein is Sifu. I remember seeing a lot of people talking really, really great about that. I have way too many games to play.
Too many,
Yeah. Who needs animus when I can focus on the games? Okay. Well, that was fun.
This puzzle.
If I remember correctly, this has like a weird deal. Yep. Yeah, we have to pull these out in order.
And where are we supposed to head? To that door?
Uh-huh.
Run!
Damn it.
You could have made it.
No.
Oh, are you trying to go up?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna let it run all the way, and then right as it's
Go!
there we go. Oh, bullshit! I'm calling bullshit. I had it.
Oh.
You saw it, everybody. Okay.
You almost had it.
I didn't almost had it. I had it. Close but no cigar. Yeah, just rub salt in that wound. Why don't you, mortal weirdo?
Hurry! Oh, you're not gonna.
Ah! Come on. This isn't gonna work. Okay, I've got to do it like right when.
I think you gotta maybe do it right before.
Okay, there we go. Oh, yeah, baby. Yay! And we have 5 Gorgon's eyes, which means sacrifice or something.
Yeah,
A friend of mine was actually telling me that I sound like Alex Jones when I do that. So I have to dig out my Alex Jones voice.
Yeah, PS5. If I'm correct, it hurts.
So really, would be on thinking or guessing, right? For this game? Well, I mean, it's on PS Now, which you can get on PS4, PC. I think even Apple has the. Yeah, I think even Apple has the app for PlayStation Now. Ah! No! Speaking of Black Myth Wukong Drak. I think there's a demo of that game. I need to go look. There we go. There we go.
do this again.
Actually, you know what? I can already tell you it's not going to work.
I would almost say do it as soon as that thing passes that first one.
That's what I'm doing. I'm like doing the middle. Okay, for a second there I thought I was gonna die.
That's why I was saying you should do it as soon as that thing passes the first switch. But not like...
There we go. See, here's the problem with that a little bit. Is that unfortunately, once it hits, then it starts retracting. So I have to time it like at about the middle point for those three. So, right here.
Speaking of Black Myth.
That's actually a game I'm waiting on this year. I don't know if it's even gonna come out this year.
It's what?
Black Myth Wukong. It's a Souls game mixed in with a little bit of like God of War, Devil May Cry stuff. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Okay. There we go. Actually, do I have an up? Yes, I do. Why have I not been upgrading this?
And you can put that switch on.
Yeah, I thought I did last time, though.
I'll pull it.
We'll see what happened, but... Ah, and now it's starting to evolve. Okay. There we go. Okay, so this was gonna... This will take care of that. Why everyone kind of hate Last of Us Part 2... I mean, haven't played the game yet, but in points form, it's a great game I see on my own, but same time, Ellie feels like she's lost her mind there and what. As a person who has played it, I can honestly tell you it is not good. It has a number of things wrong with it. I mean, Andrea will tell you, yes, it's worth it, but, like, if you want the critical aspect, like, actual critical aspect, I didn't like it.
Don't we all?
Crap. What am I doing wrong here? Yes. Last of Us Part 2 has a lot of problems with it. Trust me. Like, story is a very big problem. Its gameplay is also a very big problem. Its story direction, its characters, its art direction. There's a lot wrong with that game. And I have no intention of recommending it, and a lot of people think that's just because, well, you just don't like the guy that went. Well, yeah, I don't like him, and I don't think he's a good writer, and I think he was lucky to be able to hang on to Amy Hennig's coattails as long as he was before he and his little buddy Straley got her fired, and nobody will convince me otherwise. I do not think she left that company amicably. I think she left unwillingly because of all the bullshit that they were saying about her. After playing the first game, it's even more enraging. Well, if you were invested in it, I guess that's the case. It's confusing a lot, yeah. Yes, the plot, I think you even agree with this. The plot was confusing. Oh, can I just go? Okay. I thought I could go. I had to go the other way. Yeah, even you had problems with the story and said it was confusing, right?
I never said that.
Yes, you did.
I only said that, that would have been more of a good side game.
I very distinctly remember you agreeing with us that having a pregnant woman on the battlefield was a dumbass idea.
Well, that's just. Well, that is a.
And the revenge story wasn't worth it.
If you say so.
I remember you agreeing with us.
No, you're just. No.
Now I'll go look it up. Here's what I will tell you, Llewellyn, and some people might disagree with me saying this. Play it. If you really want to play it, play it. It's your $60. Maybe you'll enjoy it. Who knows? I didn't. I didn't pay for it. Thankfully, a friend of the channel did, and he was generous enough to give us that copy so that we could review it after the leak happened, because he was, like many, very worried about where the story went, and I've actually talked to him about it. He's still very happy that he did what he did, because he appreciated our playthrough. After the let's see, Andre came up with the idea.
Oh yeah, Andre came up with the idea of Joel and Ellie reconciling whether
or not cure was possible versus preserving life. You came up with that idea?
Yeah.
You wanted them to reconcile, is what is. Okay, I'm confused with what's being said. You agreed with that idea?
I was more of the. I would have been probably more of the idea of, like.
Oh, you wanted them to reconcile.
Yeah, and Ellie could be like, continue on to decide, try and figure if there's a way to create the cure as originally she wanted to,
But then she became a mopey little angsty bitch. That's Castlevania. No, I'm kidding. Of all the prophecies I've seen, this one haunts my dreams. The full truth of this nightmare yet remains hidden. Alethea. Maybe they didn't watch before releasing the game to see the errors before it goes to the world. I mean, there must be masterminds of checking out the story before begin everything else with the game. But they're not doing that. Because, unfortunately, Llewellyn, when it comes to Naughty Dog, at least current day Naughty Dog, they're not putting out demos to be able to get people's input. The reason that we knew what was going on was because it got leaked by, I believe it was a disgruntled employee. So at that point, that's why we knew that it was going to be bad. But I can guarantee you, leaked or not, people would have still complained, because that game would have still come out the way it did. There was, like, they were not at a point where they could fix it. The game was, like, 80 to 90% done. So that game was going to be what it was going to be. I agree with you. I think that they should have done that. In fact, early Uncharted games, I believe, did that. But that's not current-day Naughty Dog's philosophy. Mm-hmm. Current-day Naughty Dog's philosophy is they're too busy sniffing their own farts. Even if there was a cure or a vaccine, the world will never be the same again.
Mm-hmm.
You agree with that? I think he's saying that to you.
Even if there was.
Oh, hey, it's Momo.
Well, that really all depends, but you would have to rebuild it,
You're still in the world of The Last of Us, where everybody's a dick to each other.
that's gonna be hard, you know.
I mean, from a story perspective, that would be an interesting thing to explore. I just don't trust, sorry, I'm gonna say it. I don't trust Cuckman to be able to do that. I trust Amy Hennig to do that. But then again, like, I've been playing Amy Hennig games since early 2000s.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I said at the end of The Last of Us 2, like, I'm not buying another Naughty Dog game until I have confirmed that Neil is fired and that they are changing. Because that son of a bitch wrecked a company that I loved. And he did it for no other reason than he wanted to be able to have what Amy Hennig had. And what Amy Hennig had worked hard to attain. It's one of the things I really don't like about a lot of woke writers is they don't want to have to go through the pain of having to learn from your mistakes and having to go 10, 20 years and have mistakes in your writing and having to look at that. They don't want to go through that. They want the easy path. Wait, Last of Us Remastered and Last of Us 2. Different directors or same one, same goes. So, the way that it goes, Llewellyn, is Amy Hennig wrote part of The Last of Us Part 1. Okay? Wrote, like, the first half of it. And then, Bruce Straley, I think is his name, and Cuckman were bad-mouthing her behind the scenes the way that we found out through internal memos. They were bad-mouthing her behind the scenes to the upper management, and Amy Hennig and the company basically decided to amicably part. Where she would then go to, I think it was Respawn, the ones that were doing... No, she was going to another company that was going to work on what eventually became Jedi Fallen Order. And now she's working on another Star Wars project.
You got many
factions, hunters, fireflies, Fedra, and millions of infected. Well, yes, you do. And so at that point, that creates a whole new phase. Now we have to go and kill the infected. Or even better, what happens if the infected basically adapt to the cure? Mm-hmm. Like, I know a lot of people go down the line of, Ice of Poseidon. Some of the Ice of Poseidon to break blocks, allows breathing underwater, freezing enemies. I love that they throw in, allows breathing underwater. Because we have to explain that.
So the god of the sea rules over ice?
Apparently so. Do you have a question, Mortal Weirdo? What did we tell you about having questions? So that's basically what happened. So Last of Us Part 2 was only written by Druckmann or Cuckman. I call him Cuckman because he's a cuck. And Straley, but primarily the writer was Cuckman. And now he's a VP of Naughty Dog. So obviously they're not going in the direction that I wanted. But that's alright. Most places. We all call him Cuckman, yes. And for some reason, Andrea's very mad about that.
I don't care if you call him that, but it just gets annoying after a while.
But he's a cuck.
Sure, whatever.
In fact, now we need that as DLC for Cuck Simulator. Neil Druckmann. Also, Abby Cena DLC. Oh yeah, Abby. That was wasted potential right there. I think I even said this at the end of Last of Us 2. Like, you could have made Abby compelling, but not the way he was doing it. I mean, this is just one way off the top of my head, but wouldn't it have been cool if, like, the two people that absolutely hated each other had to work together? Like they kind of did in the end of the game, and then eventually just started fighting again? Fire and Ice, just like 2018. So the story wasn't written by the same person, that's why it's lacking through story. It's like never understood the story. I mean, look at
David.
I think he's saying David Jaffe, who is actually the director of the Grecian God of War. Cory Barlog and Eric Williams' story is one. It's like... I see where you're going. It's not necessarily the same. Because Cory, I think, wasn't there for all of the... By the way, take a look at that. That's pretty fucking cool, right?
I know, it's awesome.
That should be in a fucking Zelda game right there. Sorry, ADD moment. I think Cory wasn't there for all of the God of War games. So at that point, like, maybe he had played the game, so he was aware of the story. Just not the inner workings, and then he got brought in. Eric Williams, again, I don't think he was there the whole time. But in the case of The Last of Us, Druckmann, Straley, and Hennig, like, they were there. The only difference was that, you know, Druckmann had worked on some previous projects. Aside from that, and Hennig was, like, one of the head writers at Naughty Dog at the time. And Hennig is an amazing writer, and I will... Snakes on a Tree. Shut up, Mortal Willard. That's great. Shut up, man. Don't make good jokes on my stream. How dare you make a good joke? That's my job. So yeah, it's not entirely the same situation, but you're kind of on the right track. God of War has a writing team, but each game has different directors. That's it, yeah. Because Barlog is the director for it, and he might have worked a little bit on the writing team. I know Jaffe did. I'm just not sure about Williams. Is Williams the director for God of War? For Ragnarok? I thought it was Barlog again still. Yeah, speaking about a guy who won't shut up about his own political opinions, let's talk about Cory Barlog, shall we? And how a lot of gamers think he's a disgusting human being because he has no problem with a baby being born and then later killed. Because, of course, that's not murder. Because the baby's not alive. See the problem with the logic? I know, but the story, it's all in one lane with parts. I mean, it's easy to follow. Oh, with God of War, yes. Primarily because, like, the grand scheme of things in the Grecian saga was done by Jaffe. But yeah, Last of Us, not that case. Like, once Last of Us, like, if Hennig had been working on it, it probably would have additional story onto it, because Hennig is actually really good at building a series of games. Like, the perfect example that I'll give for Amy Hennig is one of my favorite games of all time, The Legacy of Kain. And she was on for a majority of the games. Eric Williams, I think he was the one... Oh, he directed God of War 3. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people actually follow the philosophy of... the best example to explain it, because it's not him that started it, but George Lucas. George Lucas had, you know, the three trilogies set up at least in concept, and he was still building on them when he was making the other Star Wars movies. It's just the middle that he had a little bit more on. Because even he's admitted later, like, he's adapted stuff in the prequels, and he adapted stuff in his version of the sequels. That it's just a consistent thing. And writers do that all the time. Because it's actually, this is going to sound weird to some people, but for writers, it's actually kind of like a weird challenge to maintain continuity.
Really?
It's hard to explain. Like, it actually feels good to maintain that continuity. I'm boring the shit out of Andrea with all the writer talk. Llewellyn Soiler, Stig Amundsen directed 3. Okay. George Lucas adapted ideas from the old EU into the expanded universe into the prequels. That's right. Which is why he allowed it to exist despite its shaky canonicity. In God of War 1, 2, George, I never knew that one, but great start.
Whee!
No, Lucas is Star Wars. Sorry. I guess I should have explained that. Yeah, George Lucas is the director of and the writer of Star Wars. And you're right, Mortal Weirdo, but he did have concept ideas for the prequels before that point. Like he knew characters he wanted to focus on and all that, like the characters he needed to develop. Bruh, I know, that was me. That was one of those epic moments that you can only have on a stream with Drak.
Drak gets distracted and doesn't realize.
I like having thoughts. What can I say? There we go. Bruh. Stig Amundsen. Oh, lie. Okay. Yep. I love it when the chat goes off into their own discussion. And I just kind of join in like, I've been there the whole time!
The shield is the best world weapon.
Oh, my bad. I'm pressing the wrong button. BAM! Alright, cool.
You're right there, Cassandra.
It is enjoyable. It's basically Nemean Cestus kind of gameplay. Except, if you've ever been a warrior in any kind of RPG, like, you will understand how great it is to have sword and board.
Try circle, circle, triangle.
It's games like this that really make me wish that Gladiator Stance lasted longer in WoW than it did.
Go follow the holes.
Uh-huh. There we go.
Imagine if you broke those and there were actually enemies in there.
There are enemies in there.
Oh, okay.
That's where these winged things keep coming from. I'm having to Leroy Jenkins it because they're in the way, so I think it's more likely that the eggs hatch if I don't just destroy them right off.
Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins! Hey, at least I have chicken. That had an anniversary last week, by the way. It was like the 20th anniversary of the video. Of the video being put up on YouTube of the Leroy Jenkins wipe. Again, so epic. This would be, like, just think about this concept as a puzzle in a Zelda game. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? Woo! Oh my gosh. Mavis? I don't think I'm gonna make that. I don't think I'm gonna make that jump.
For
Well, I'm
those
definitely
who
not
have
making it.
eyes to see, I offer the lightning of Zeus.
Zeus! Sorry.
I want to leave.
I don't even know why I did that. Imagine a level like this with Jormungandr. That actually would be pretty fucking sweet. It'd be a lot better than going in him. Lightning of Zeus. Okay, so now we can electrocute. Which I think is the one we're going to keep for most of it, because... I'm wondering where else Myth will God of War go, because it sounded like we got more exploring. Well, it just depends on how successful it is. So if Ragnarok is the end, let's just say for the sake of argument, it's the end. Then at that point, the one that they hinted at in 2018 was the Egyptian pantheon. So they could do that, but they also, somebody was pointing out to me, they did hint at a Chinese pantheon. So you could do that too. I personally would like to see a trilogy. Because, I mean, that's what made these God of War games so great, is like, yes, you have expanded games like Ascension, but there is essentially 3 games. And do you have to play other games to understand the plot? No, you don't. It's just added flavor to something that is already delicious. I'm doing it again, Andrea. You're just going to have to deal with it. Kratos used Thundershock. Was it super effective?
It was super effective.
Let's see, but somewhere else after Norse, I wish Japan, Celtic, and Egypt. Well, like I said, Egypt got hinted. So at that point, you're probably going to get it. Because I think that's one that a lot of people would love. To Kratos in ancient Egypt. Man, that would be hard. But here's the thing, too. They also... I can't say this right here and now, but they do make an interesting concept possible in 2018. I will leave it at that, because if I say anything else, I'm spoiling. The Oracle will help me. She will see the truth. She will tell me what needs to be done. No, she will not. Because as we know from the God of War games, we don't get what we want. You can't always get what you want. Japanese mythos would be great, by the way. Celtic mythos, I don't know a whole lot of Celtic mythos, but I wouldn't mind seeing it. I know the snippets that I've been able to glean from, like, Castlevania games. It was very close, actually. Okay, yeah, I can do that.
Man, I feel like we're in uncharted territory almost.
Again, this would feel so good in a Zelda game. But no, we're not doing dungeons anymore.
Do any of you fall John Ford?
No. Should I?
I don't.
Well, you're not really on social media.
Yeah, no.
You're the only one that's doing it right, honest. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Whee! Oh, okay, my bad. Ah. Oh. Whee! Okay. Whee! Oh, wonderful. More eggs. See? If you don't kill them, they'll hatch.
If we include other petition in the
Pantheon.
game, oh Pantheon, I couldn't tell. A lot of people expecting Egypt, but other pantheons that have gods into.
Japanese mythos would be really great for God of War, because you actually do have another God of War there. There's a lot of mythos that actually would work. Because it would even be interesting to see characters like Kratos take on, like, Aztec mythology. Heck, if they wanted to make up mythology, I'd be okay with it too. Like I said, I don't know much about Celtic, but I know enough just gleaned from, like, Castlevania games and whatnot, so I'd be okay with that too. Yes, Hachiman. But then you also have other really cool gods in there that you could throw in. Oh, you said besides. Oh, sorry. We misunderstood the question. There's like I said, Aztec mythology would be really cool to get into. Eastern European would be really cool to get into. That one would be like horror to the max, but I still think it would be good. African mythology, like, actually treat it like, you know, voodoo in Africa. That'd be cool. Are you in for another ride there, Kratos? Big Thunder Mountain Railroad, eat your fucking heart out. Whoa! Oops. There we go. Well, that was the thing. Ow! Ah, no!
You die.
Voodoo African, like Dr. Basilia? Is that... Okay, well, I learned my lesson. There we go. Oh! Ow! Whee! Mario, eat your freaking heart out. Oh, take a look at that, Andrea.
That's so cool.
The fucking visuals. In my opinion, this is one of the cooler aspects of the God of War series, is this particular puzzle. You can like or dislike my opinion, but this just, the whole thing looks amazing. Okay, so we have one more snake to free up. The Princess of the Frog villain. Yeah, oh, is that what his name was? I can't remember. It's been forever since I've seen that movie. Ow! Frickin' YouTube! Thinking we'll travel back to Greek in some time for some necessary shit or whatever. You think, I just missed that place. Well, well, I mean, at this point, it's dead. I don't know if it can rebuild, man. Kratos done effed everything up. Like, all the Greek gods are dead. So I don't know if there's anything to go back to. I do think it's possible to go back there.
It just won't be much left.
I can't go further than that. Let's see. I have come from the land of the Pharaoh. Oh, here's another interesting tie-in. It is cold here. If I return home without seeing her, it will mean my death. So, yeah, another Egyptian tie-in. That's interesting. I completely forgot about that. I'm calling that another Egyptian tie-in. I think Egypt is where they're gonna go next, honestly. It just makes the most sense. You have a lot of death gods in there and war gods. So it just makes sense. Whoa!
Ch. Okay.
I have no idea what happened.
You didn't make it.
I didn't. But I think I breached an invisible wall or something. That is the weakest jump. That wasn't even my fault either. Oh, hey, Bugs. Again, this is one of the downsides of the Road to Ragnarok is Andrea's not up to speed with everything, so I can't necessarily go like full in-depth what I would like to see happen. Not yet, anyway. That's why we bring this stuff up later. Oh, actually, really quick, before we go any further, we do need to take a quick break to go put our kids to bed, so we will be right back, guys. Go enjoy a potty break of your own if you need it, and we'll be back in a second. That is not the way to start off the stream. Welcome back, everybody. So really quick before we get back into the game, would it be so we've had some chats since we've left. Would it be funny if most of the Egyptian gods were defeated by Moses, like the Prince of Egypt? I mean, that would be funny, actually. Oh wow, Christian. I mean, it's not likely since like many leftists, Christianity is hated by people like Cory Barlog, so I doubt it, but it would be funny. So Llewellyn, you said, the power of hope was released after killing Zeus. Remember, so rebuild, even in Tyr's vault. Ah! You will find out in the gifts drawing gifts themselves. You're going to forget that.
I won't even remember that. What
Thank you.
about? Why is that?
No spoily!
What is that in the next game?
Yes, because Tyr is one of the Norse gods.
Oh.
I'm not sure if he's the actual Norse god of war. I could have sworn that was Thor, but they paint him out that way. So Tyr is in a lot of 2018, but you forgot that. The only reason I scream like that is that I do actually try to keep this
spoiler free.
Spoilers! Yes. I do try to keep it spoiler free for Andrea so that we can get a genuine reaction from her. I just think it's more enjoyable to get a natural reaction. And there's our third snake.
Those are kind of cool.
Whee!
Oh crap, I'm gonna get hit by the bull. Oh, no.
Oh. My bad.
Hang on. Norse god of where?
War. Yeah.
War.
I don't think. I'll go double check. I could have sworn it was Thor. That was the actual Norse god of war, but. Hang on! Let's see. No, we will not hang on. Holy crap. Oh my goodness, it's so hard to keep track of where we're at! There we go. It is epic, BitTorrent Yoji. It really is.
Dun, dun, dun. That was epic.
That wasn't my fault!
That was epic. Maybe you were supposed
Bruh.
to stay. Bruh.
We only know that because our niece does that to us all the time. Whee!
And you fly over the snake and die.
Bong. Bruh. There we go. So really quick, while I'm thinking about it, during the break, I got a message from a friend who is watching the stream in and out. What the hell happened?
So I don't know.
Okay. So they wanted me to clarify on one quick thing. I do not care that you have your own personal political opinions. My problem is it relevant to what you're doing at that given moment, which in this case is selling a video game. Unless your game is running for President Simulator, more than likely no. All I'm saying is keep politics in its proper place. Okay, well this time the cutscene worked. Whee! There we go.
Well, that was weird, but...
Glitches will happen from time to time, I guess. If it was constantly doing that, I'd be much more frustrated with that. You know, like a Bethesda game. And for all the people who are going to be screaming, but politics is in everything now. And whose fault is that? But the thing confusing me, don't get it straight, because he's half giant, half god. Oh! I have to pay attention to this part, Llewellyn, sorry. I thought I could talk to you, but the game said no. Oh, and by the way, like, all of this epicness has been kind of interrupted because we're on that screen. God damn it. This is gonna be my Aaron from the Game Grumps plays bad at video games. Drak, realize what scene you're on!
Pay attention, or you're gonna die!
Well, I was more saying, like, then we could actually watch the action. Yep. There we go.
Kratos, can you speak parcel tongue with these snakes?
Well, first of all, they're not real. God of War should go into the Harry Potter mythos. Kratos gets hold of Voldemort, what does he do? I don't even want to think about what he does. All I can tell you is Voldemort ain't gonna like it. I wish I was dealing with the boy who lived.
Screw you, I will kill you.
Uh-huh. Who needs a wand, boy? No, he's just like, kneel before my magic. And then Kratos just goes schwonk of the Blades of Chaos. Come here! Ah, dang it. I had to break that.
Oh, I thought there was a thing you can...
Okay, let me read this really quick. But the thing confusing me, don't get it straight. Because he half giant, half god, but he's from... Stop it, Llewellyn! God damn it! Okay, because of giants gained big from them, just like Thor, but chose godly. Stop it! His mother was a giant, father obviously Odin, the first great lover of Odin. It's complicated. I'm not 100% on my Norse mythology, but I couldn't even begin to answer that. But I will tell you this, much like Zeus, Odin has bedded many women. Some of which he was married to. And people wonder why Hera was a bitter drunk. If my husband was sleeping around like... Damn it. Okay, maybe I'm doing this wrong. I don't know. I mean, if my husband was sleeping around as much as Zeus is, yeah, I'd probably be bitter about life too. Okay, let's see if I can actually do this. Oh, is there? No.
Yeah, there was a
okay, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, a green.
I knew that. I was just testing you. You passed.
That's what I was gonna try and say.
Later, bitches!
Whee! And it thought and he was swimming. Whee!
Well, I mean, we have the blessing of Poseidon, so we're good. Whee!
And you missed it. Whee! It
Bruh.
go off the side.
Even I'd bruh that. Alright, here we go. So this is the last one. So now they can all push the ring up.
There's an idea. And Odin took his position.
Well, okay, that wasn't Llewellyn, so I can't give crap, but again, without spoiling, it's hard to say this, but there is precedent in what Goji is saying. I'm sorry, Llewellyn. I really just don't like spoiling stories for Andrea. I like the genuine reaction too much, so that's why I'm doing that. Remember, you could switch elements with the D-pad. Yes, but I like lightning. I'm always a sucker for lightning. Even Final Fantasy XIII lightning, who is just a female cloud. Suck it up, boys and girls. I'll keep saying it. Ooh. Oh yeah, by the way, we are now at I think this is the Temple of Delphi.
Oh, please, the Oracle this time.
But
I know it.
yeah, but Kantos ain't a Pikachu.
No, my gifts. She must have them all.
He's not, but I also like giving the big middle finger to Zeus.
It will have to be enough.
I lightning better than Zeus. What can I say?
Help me! Someone please help me!
I failed to see the part where this is my problem. That's what Kratos is saying right now. F for that. F to the chat! F to the chat for that guy! Ow! Oh, crap.
He must have ate that guy very fast to cover the...
He didn't eat it. Didn't you see the corpse drop over?
He must have ate something.
Well, he ate a good portion of it, but
He's like,
he also threw away the rest.
True.
He's a waster of food. Screw you all night long. Oh. Screw you all night long. Yank out that heart. Looks like you're grounded. Oh, great. He can bring out F words. Not an egg. If I say it, then Mama Susan gets mad. Oh, this is gonna suck. He could reproduce asexually. Yes, he can. Or rather, yes, it can. Because we technically haven't seen the family jewels yet. I'm not going looking for them, though. I leave that to Dr. Ian Malcolm. What do you do? You go and beat up the dinosaur strings? Agree with you, and somebody tells me from the start before Blades of Chaos must have that. Okay.
Dodge!
Dodge! Thank you. Thank you for Piccolo dodging for us.
Wow, that thing has like so many lives.
Oh. Shit. I'm not doing the sequence right. There we go. Let's do this right. There we go. Take him in the head! Oh! Oh! Here's your ass, now kiss it! Alright. Well, there you go. People say the Manticore fight and theme are really good parts of this game. No, I would agree. This whole part of the game is, like, probably my favorite part of the game. And now it's done, and I'm sad. But optimistic, because we're coming up on the Oracle, which means we might get boobs. Manticores are actually from another mythology. Yes, they are. They eat everything about their prey. Well, this one didn't. It wasn't properly educated. Oh god, that's so cool. So good. Now, just as a reminder, guys, so we technically will not have another stream until Friday, which will be the podcast, which will be me solo, as long as, you know, a meteor doesn't hit my house. Knock on wood for me, please. I said knock on wood for me,
I don't
please.
have any wood. What are you talking about?
All right. Yeah, so as barring anything happening, it is going to happen. And then Saturday will be Drak and Shadow Live, where we will do some Spyro as well as Mega Man 8. And I'm guessing that's going to be the Mega Man 8 finale. So you guys can enjoy that. Rising! I clicked on this and hear Drak talking about a meteor hitting his house. You only wish a meteor hit my house, bastard! Let's see. Besides, you missed all the really good moments, so I get that satisfaction. So now we are at the Temple of Delphi. And now Andrea's gonna get mad at me because more boobs! I shall not knock on wood. I shall not knock on wood. Well, I mean, you can. I don't think you would appreciate it, though.
You said, I shall not knock on wood.
Yeah, I know. I said it right.
Okay. I thought you were saying...
I had to correct myself, but yeah, I got it.
Oh, yay for Andrea being mad.
Oh, she's been mad at me for quite a bit of this stream. But she's enjoying herself, so she doesn't care. Yeah, she was already mad at us because we got into The Last of Us Part 2 again. See, sometimes Andrea doesn't mind when I get critical about games, but then there are times like Last of Us Part 2 where she does. Hey Marta, I know what you did last summer. Or in the summer of 2020. So this is when I get Drak spun up on The Last of Us Part 3 rumors that I just made up. You wouldn't get me spun up because I am buying it. I can't control Andrea, but I am buying it. I intend on sticking to my promise. Like, I'm not going out of my way to go and buy Naughty Dog games. They done effed up too many times. They want to fix some of their F-ups, then fine. I'll look into it, but yeah. They made Cuckman a VP. They're not gonna do anything. That's so good. There we go. I'm watching a series called Birdie Wing, and so far it's got good character writing. Oh, okay. I'll take your word for it. Hate enemies like this. Keep on going under gravity. Like, what's that one on the 2018 game? I don't remember what you're talking about, actually. Apollo, the savior of Delphi. Thanks be to Apollo for taming the mighty python that threatened our oracle. Basically a reference to the whole python thing we did outside. That's kind of cool, right? You mean that golf anime? The girls are pretty. Oh! Okay. I inhaled too much. I think I'm high now. Oh, well, this door's broken now. Okay, well, that works. It keeps spitting green poison, but no matter. I think I heard of that anime in a weird, fun way. Uh-oh, the anime discussion has begun in the chat. And then people will be upset because no current anime really has gotten me, aside from Shield Hero. This is a very elaborate temple.
Hurry! Before the master approaches.
You! We have given you all you need for success, and yet you still fail us. The statues were to be completed by now.
It is a massive task you have set before us, Master. My brothers, they need food and rest.
You have not been asked to speak!
Ooh!
And who will be next?
Let's just keep moving.
This place is good looking and huge. Shiny. It is, in fact, shiny.
You there! You are now charged with the task of completing the statues.
As you wish.
We hope your work is better than that of your friend here. We can no longer stand the sight of you. You make us sick.
Okay. Charming guy. He's really great at parties.
Worthless lot, pathetic. Every last one of them.
Spy.
X Family is the one currently airing show that I care about. What a meanie, I know, right? I mean, how could he do that? Oh, crap! I inhaled the bath salts again!
He's like, oh crap.
I'm on the bath salts, Andrea! I'm on for a trip! Ah, god damn it, YouTube. You have not been able to speak. You want to take care of that.
What? Oh, that's
Yeah, YouTube is being YouTube again.
YouTube!
Hey, Mama Susan, get the F over the fact that that not everybody is going to say things that you want them to properly say. Ooh, oh. There we go. Ow! The Manticore minigame, yeah, that was kind of weird, actually. I think that stayed on for a little bit longer than it needed to. There we go! Okay, now I have it. What? This game has glitches? I never would have guessed. Oh! Well, there you go. What did YouTube do? It's constantly editing or holding chats for review.
Because some of them uses a...
No, it's not even because they use a bad word or whatever. It's just because it's being overly prudish about a lot of what's being said. The sound of the blade sounds like the sword father of Raya. I am actually not aware because I have not seen Raya and the Last Dragon. I should. I just haven't gotten to it. The Sacred Mist of Delphi. Divine Vision. The Sacred Mist shows the life and death of all it touches. What game doesn't have glitches? Of course. It just depends on how many glitches you have and whether or not you actually give a fuck about fixing the glitches. Todd Howard! Yes, it is a movie. I am aware. Yes, it's on Disney Plus. I haven't gotten around to it yet because busy life.
He just pushed it like...
Yup.
Wow. That was
Well, this is supposed to be like some of the fixes they made from God of War 3. I thought relief would come when I discovered the key to my vision was light and dark. But with each revelation comes only more dread of this future foretold. Alethea.
Okay, new game challenge. Make a game without glitches. Good luck on that.
You'd have to go back to the 80s and 90s. Never mind. Those games had glitches too. They were just more lovable. Because they weren't just lazy game design. Okay, what's this? Phoenix Feather.
I was right, Gorgona.
Make a game so simple that I can fully test it. Well, especially considering you can't hire staff to test it for you. You don't even have the Scott Cawthon excuse where you can make your kids test it for you. Okay, so we got all those. Time to inhale the bath salts again. Okay, I thought that was going to be broken. I guess not. Got it. I should have Drak's kids test my game for me. I doubt they'll do it. I don't think even if I made a game, they'd test it for me.
Plus, it would have to be on a tablet for Arya to try.
This is true.
Because
she hasn't gotten into controllers yet. She's like, the way I do things is better. Mm-hmm. Bam. There we go. I actually caught a Mew on Pokemon Red and Blue thanks to a glitch. Yes, you did. Most people did. I'm not against exploiting glitches. That's on the game designers. That's not on you. My problem is that when you have enough glitches to make your game unplayable. Like, for example, if your modders, the modders of your game, actually have to go in and fix things you should have fixed, I'm going to call them the better game designers, not you.
oh crap! Do we need to go
I should have
through
Drax-
that
was that?
the green?
Oh, is there a hallway? Hold on.
Oh, I thought you had to go where the.
Oh, yeah,
green-
there is. Okay, my bad. The complexity of some of those Pokemon glitches impressed me. Like, how did people find out that they exist?
They probably just go around and try and see if they can find any.
You don't ask. You just assume that they can. Dude, it's not just Pokemon glitches, man. I've seen elaborate glitches on many a game, and it's still surprising me. Like, sometimes you get the story about the origin of the glitch, sometimes you don't. And it still amazes me to the ones that we have, the origins of them. Some of them are just discovered by accident. Some of them are just messing around with the code. I mean, we literally have speedrunners that are dissecting game code to be able to inch out just an extra couple of seconds. There we go. That works. I'm sure other games have those types of glitches. It's just Pokemon has a very large and curious fan base. They do. A lot of games do, though. Before Pokemon even existed, people were finding glitches in Zelda. People were finding glitches in Final Fantasy and Mega Man and stuff like that. I agree with you. I think Pokemon does have a very curious fan base, but they're not the only one. Her mouth? Oh, did I miss something with her mouth? I didn't see it, but okay. Boob! Blessed is the one who has chosen to bear the eyes. Their vision sees the truth in all of us. Okay. Look around you, Athena. The world is ruined, and what good is your message? And here, seemingly to say this after the game done. Chaos everywhere. Everywhere. Yup. Well, and all that chaos was created by yours truly, Kratos. Zeus's one regret before he died: the fact that Kratos was conceived. Good thing mystics don't have to gouge their eyes out anymore, right? I think I did this wrong. Yes. Okay.
You must inhale that green smoke.
Oh. Actually, I have to inhale the green smoke, so...
Do you have to step in it and then push this switch?
Probably. Yeah, because the switch doesn't work anymore.
Oh.
Bath salts apparently don't allow for switches to work anymore. Oh, crap!
Oh,
I forgot where the smoke was coming. Nope. It still happens too fast.
what? Is there space between those gates?
There is, but it's too fast to go through them.
Oh, so you can't, like, push it and then hurt. Whoa. Ah!
Geronimo! This might be our answer. And now we are in the Delphi Catacombs. The door can't be opened! Well, I think I have a solution to that.
If you search for truth, the souls of Hades will aid your quest.
It's time, boys and girls. And now I have the Vorpal Blades. The Soul of Hades! Release the souls of the underworld to do your bidding. Vaporizing enemies yields green orbs. See, now I have what I want. This is so fun. Because now I can throw around souls, and they will kill things for me.
LOL. But but it wasn't him. It was the dark, evil magic. Magic made him obsessed with Kratos' death. Because if you notice, when the dark evil magic gets out of his, like, what?
Okay, are we talking about Zeus or are we talking about Kratos?
But
Because
by the time it's too.
it was them.
Ooh,
Are we talking about Zeus or are we talking about Kratos? Because I'm just going to go ahead and say this. It's either or.
Ow!
The way that worked is it wasn't just dark magic. It was the essence of fear. Fear gripped Zeus.
It's too late.
Oh no, you're fine. Yeah, it wasn't just random dark magic. It was fear itself. So it's going along the lines of the story of Pandora's Box, where all of the negative emotions got loosed upon the world. 4 elements now, so Kratos is the Avatar? Absolutely. And he's way more sexy than Aang. Way more sexy than Korra. I can't remember how I killed these guys. Oh, you know what? That's probably how. I have to ice them up. Ow. Okay, well, that's... Yeah, so fear gripped Zeus, and that's why he did what he did with Kratos. So, in essence, that fear had to be there for it to be fed off of. That's all that happened. And they literally say it that way. Fear gripped him, so he couldn't do anything else at that point. Okay, I am doing something wrong here.
They don't have to break that thing, do they?
What thing?
Oh, where the statues.
I don't think so.
Ooh, there's a ladder.
There is, but we can't reach it. Not yet, anyway. I can't puzzle solve right now, Andrea.
Keep hitting them.
Fight fire with fire? Whoa, there we go.
Ah! Well, one down.
There we go. Hitting them is one way to solve the puzzle. Yes, indeed. Yeah, this game doesn't have elemental resistance. Well, now you tell me. I thought I was being smart. Now I feel stupid. It's okay. Actually, I was just trying to use spells. But I don't have enough magic anyway, so it doesn't really matter. There we go. That'll probably handle our little ladder problem. Ah! Gonna go watch anime and then say, no! Anime's overrated! But go sleep. By the Oracle Althea's divine vision, all priests and priestesses of Delphi are to report directly to the prophet for new work assignments. There's no need to go watch animus. Go listen to your grandpappies. I'm kidding, of course. I miss wings, and I never saw them destroyed. Yeah, I miss the wings too. I'm instinctively doing it. Eternal rest for those who have seen through the eyes of truth. May their only vision now be the peace of Elysium, which Kratos destroyed. Actually, I don't think Kratos has those anymore. Either that or he sealed them up. There we go. Whee! Oh, good. More bath salts.
Oh.
Ah! I didn't go
Dang.
fast enough.
I think I inhaled too much of the bath salts.
Yes, you did. There's no ifs there. You did. Oh, no! Okay, well, there went my theory. I thought maybe if I stood on the platform, then it would rebuild and I could just use it, but no. But no! That would be too easy! Son of beach! Ah!
Oh my god.
Bruh. I'm probably deserving of this. Somebody will point it out to me. Whee! Oh, there we go! I did it.
Crap, I gotta do it.
Oh no,
again.
more bath salts!
Jump!
Got it. Oh, gee! I knew that. Bruh. I can already feel it on Kasaivo in the chat. Bruh. There we go. Well, now that we figured it out, it's not hard. More bath salts! Here's what I did wrong. There we go. Alright. And now we're here. Wherever here is. Ah, crap. I'm in a room with bath salts. Here we go again!
Oh crap. What the heck?
The only thing that opened before me was a pit. Like,
Yeah.
okay, well, obviously, the camera's gonna switch when I go down there. No!
Screw that.
This is why I have fun on game night. Is I get to do stupid shit, and we just laugh at it.
And Kasaiva was like, oh.
But when we were kids, you couldn't do that. Because for some reason, your reputation was on the line or something. Okay. Yeah, we cared about way too much shit when we were kids. That's a stream discussion in and of itself. Like, we all cared about way too much shit as kids that didn't matter. I mean, if you're gonna be a pro gamer, I guess it matters, but pro gamers didn't exist when we were kids, so it wasn't like something you could aspire to. Okay, we gotta go back. We gotta go back up. Here we go. Nope, screw you guys. There we go. There we are. All right, so now we're at the bottom floor of the room we started in. Oh, hi. Ah, I love that. Oh, this is why I don't do a lot of the grappling. You have to do so much before you can actually make it work. Oh! Oh! That was satisfying. Okay, well, that was a thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hey, is that dead body around anywhere? You know, the one that the dude was carrying off?
Pretty much.
Is it still around? No. Oh.
Why? Were you hoping to see
I
it
was
again?
hoping to use it. Okay, well, I guess I can't.
You need to replace.
Oh, there we go. There we go. We have some bath salts. Oh, there you go. And yes, for the record, I know what it is, but I'm having more fun calling it bath salts. All right. We're in a drug-riddled hazy vision. I was gonna go kill Zeus, but then I got high. There we go. I don't think I'm doing this right, but... Oh, no, I am. So. Except, here's the problem. See, this won't matter. Okay, it matters a little bit, but...
Are you supposed to get over there?
Well, what we need to do is we need to rig it so that when we go use the bath salts, because the chandelier is lower that way and the glass is shattering. So at that point, we can actually, like, break it if we want to. Or it could be natural gas. I mean, it could. But he's not complaining of fart smell, so I'm not willing to go down that road just yet. I've smelled natural gas like once. It's ugh. Necklace glowing. Oh shit! So we have to beat the game to use this item. So Aletheia, the Oracle of Delphi, with the Amulet of Ouroboros and the Delphi Sacred Mist. The Oracle guides our path with divine truth and wisdom. All right. Well, there you go. Let's see if we can open this door at least. Yay! Bath salts! And actually, I just barely looked at the time, and we are out of it. So, we actually do need to call things for the night. Oh, excuse me. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about saving because this auto saves. But thank you guys so much for joining us, both revisiting. I was going to say old, but I guess that's kind of mean. Both old as well as new. We are very happy to see you guys. You can join us next week as we continue through God of War Ascension. Or you can join us for any of the other stream nights that we do. But that's going to go ahead and do it for us. So everybody say bye-bye to Andrea. Bye-bye. And at that point, I will see you guys Friday night. Nice to be here, but I got to bounce. No, it's all good. We got to bounce too. So we will see you guys next time. And I will see you on Friday for the stream. So take care till then. Say bye-bye, Andrea. Bye-bye.